Namaskar. Thank you again for coming back to my show Desi Aroma. I'm going to do a simple chicken curry today. Now this might be simple chicken curry, but the way I do that, it tastes great. Got a full chicken which I have cut into smaller pieces, and I marinated this with a teaspoon of haldi, a teaspoon of salt, and about one lime or lemon. I just mixed all that and I left it for about 3-4 hours in the fridge, so the marination has gone nicely in there. I'm using a very large onion. If you have a smaller onions, I would say about 3 onions. I'm using about 2 green chilies. I've got garlic and ginger crushed. I'm using about a tablespoon of each, and I've got about like 3-4 tomatoes cut, and I'm going to use the cilantro. So this is kind of the wet ingredients, and the dry ingredients, I'll show you what the dry ingredients are on this. Here's my dry ingredients. I'm using salt, chili powder, that's cayenne powder, lal mirch, haldi, which is turmeric powder, coriander powder, which is dhania powder, and jeera powder, the cumin powder. And I'm also using whole cumin, and then this is my homemade garam masala. Okay, so here's my whole spices. I'm using the cinnamon stick. This is sabut jeera, whole cumin seeds. This is star anise. I don't even know what you call this in Hindi. This is my long cloves, and this is my big kali elaichi, the large black cardamoms, and my green cardamoms, the small hari elaichi. Now, if you have all of these, great. If you don't have some, then too, it's fine. So whatever you have works great. Okay, I've got about 6 to 8 tablespoons of oil, and as soon as your oil heats up, I'm going to first put my cinnamon stick in there. I'm going to add about 3 of these large cardamoms, the black cardamoms. And I'm going to add a few of these cloves in there. I'm going to add a couple of these green elaichis in there. And now the star anise is fairly strong, so just add a small of that. And then once that is all mixed in the oil, now what we are doing is trying to infuse this oil with all this nice whole spices flavor, so your curry will taste very good with this flavoring in there. Now once that is all swelling up and it's browning up, that means the taste of that is gone in the oil. I'm going to take about a teaspoon and a half of jeera in it. Once that comes up, I'm going to go ahead and add my onion to it. So in goes my onion. Okay, so you can look at the onions now. These are lightly browned. Okay, you be careful not to over brown that. If it's over brown, then this is not going to melt in your curry and you'll have all those onions coming in your mouth. So this is the time I'm going to put my green chilies and my ginger and garlic, which I have crushed in there. Now be sure to brown this a little more, and keeping an eye that it's not over brown. We don't want to over brown it. Okay, this is about 2-3 minutes of sauteing this with the onions. As you can see, the onion has taken a nice golden brown color now. Little bit more than what we had before, but they are still not browned fully. Now when you're doing this, keep on stirring that so your onion and your ginger garlic paste is not touching the pan. As you can see, the pan is totally clear. I'm going to add my tomatoes now to it, and I'm going to do the same, saute this tomato for another couple of minutes before I add my spices. Okay, so this is another couple of minutes after putting the onion in there. You can see the onion is nicely melted in there too. Now I'm going to add my spices. So my first thing to go in there, now I have also marinated my chicken with salt, so I want to make sure that I don't overdo my salt. So in this case, I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt because I'm going to make gravy in there, so I need that. Most probably will do. And again, the turmeric is also there, so I'm doing about a teaspoon of the turmeric, a little less than a teaspoon. Stir this up once these two go in. Now what I'm going to do is add the dhania powder, and the dhania powder I'm adding is a little more than anything else. So this is a heaped tablespoon, and I'm going to go about another tablespoon, close to a tablespoon there. So if you're just doing a normal tablespoon, that's 2 tablespoons, and you can keep on mixing it like this. Now I'm going to mix this for a minute before I put my jeera powder in it. The jeera powder will be a minute later. I'm going to put the red chili way after that, and at the end I'm going to do my garam masala. That was about, I would say, half a minute of sauteing that. Now this is about, the jeera powder is less than a teaspoon. I would say about a 3/4 of teaspoon of jeera powder goes in there. Mix that up. So all the chicken goes in there. You're going to give a quick mix to the chicken. Mix this for about, I would say about 4 or 5 minutes before we're going to add that chili powder to it. Okay, so after 5 minutes of roasting this, sauteing it continuously, I'm going to now add my chili powder to it. Now the chili powder is up to your taste, so you can do how much you would like the heat in your food. So I'm doing about a tablespoon of that, but it's up to you how much you want to do. Mix this up. Have about like a less than a cup of water in here, which I'm going to add. Now what I want to do this is for, because I want to get my potatoes done, because this will be a potato chicken curry. So I want to make sure that it doesn't touch my base of my kadhai here. So now I'm going to also reduce this a little bit and cover this and let it go for on that about little medium high for about 5 minutes while I'm doing my potatoes. Okay, what I'm also going to add in my chicken curry is these potatoes. I've got nice small potatoes, and the way I'm going to do is boil them to a certain point, and not on a stove. We're going to do a quick microwave boil. Wet them in water. Take any of your grocery bags you have, take some water, just sprinkle in there and close this up. It goes in the microwave with that bag folded around it for 7 minutes, and this will be perfectly done to go in my chicken. Okay, about 7 minutes of this in the microwave, and you can see that knife, how easily it goes through. This is perfectly done. At this moment I'm going to add the amount of gravy I'm looking for in my meat. So I'm looking for about this much gravy. So that will be enough for rice and all that. Just mix it up very gently. This goes in there. As a matter of fact, add a little more water to it. So this is just plain water, so I'm just giving it the gravy. Add that to it. I'm going to just reduce the flame a little bit and let it cook. Close it up and let it cook for about 10 minutes and it should be done. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. Let's open this up and see what it's doing. Let me set this here. Okay, so in about 10 minutes you can see my meat is all done. The potato was already partially done and it's fully done now. And this is the gravy I'm looking for. Now if you want a little thicker gravy, you can open it up and let it all boil for a few minutes more, and this will but for me this is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to pull it off my stove. Okay, once I have pulled it off my stove, I'm going to take that garam masala, which I said was to go in the end, and I'm just sprinkling right on top of that. Now, not too much. I've done about a teaspoon of the garam masala, and at the same time I'm going to add my hara dhania to this whole thing. So folks, this is how the chicken curry looks. This is a Delhi Punjabi style chicken with potato curry. It looks amazing, it tastes amazing. You can enjoy this with rice, naan, rotis, whatever you would like. And again, thank you for watching Desi Aroma. I love you all. Please put some comments in there, put some subscriptions there, so I know you're liking my videos, and some suggestions what you would like to see, and I'll add those to it. And thank you again. Bye bye.